foundation is strong because Jehovah built it. You can feel the spirit and positive energy. Questions asked comfortably like you're talking with family. Get ready to settle in. Wait for the show to begin. Invite a couple of friends. It's time for Unhinged.
Watch me go.
A family home with the sole purpose to get you home. Whether you need roadside assistance or transport services, we have a flatbed big enough to transport any vehicle to its destination. Our offer to you is our gratitude and great service at a much cheaper price. We are also open to transport through long distances. If you need us, all you have to do is call that number. I'll see you soon.
Oh, we are live.
We are.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? I mean, what's really going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. You are tuned in to Unhinged Live. I am your host, Coach Nikita Hansford, also known as Tilted Halo in these here internet streets, sitting alongside my very good girlfriend, Coach Cash, Karen Sims Harrell, Twisted Threads LLC. Best friend, business partner extraordinaire. So typically, I like to give you the rundown, but I got to go ahead and welcome my girlfriend to the broadcast on tonight. Oh my goodness, sister, with the pretty flowers in your hair. How you doing today?
I am doing very well. I had the evidence of some praying friends today. So I thank y'all who pray for me to keep my flowers where they need to be, but also to keep all of the other things in my life moving in the appropriate direction. How about that? And yes, so we used to sing the song, "If I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battles." Come on now. Victory.
Glory. We bless him.
Victory shall be mine.
Yay.
So yes, I'm walking in victory today on this Tuesday. It's October.
Yes.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on in this month. We've been celebrating a lot, haven't we, Coach Cash?
We have been celebrating and living life. How about that? That's my new line for right now. We've been living life because a lot of times, we get bogged down with the cares of life, work, job, family, church. I said church, I said it. And then sometimes we get overextended and forget to live this abundant life that God has given us. But you know what we've done as a tribe as well? So shout out to our tribe members because we've been out here living life and It's grand. It is grand.
It's abundant, isn't it?
Abundant.
Yeah, I don't know where people get lost in that particular scripture because it really does say he came to give us life and that life more abundantly.
Yes.
One of my favorite prophetic teachers once challenged us in a conversation in saying, you never know if you're free from sin until you are free to sin. So let's take the limits off of our big God and remember, as Coach Cash said, y'all, we got to continue to live, laugh, and love because we've had the greatest example of love. We do commemorate that great sacrifice in our faith communities.
Yes.
Typically on the first Sunday of the month. So let's not hide on behind the cross. Let's not hide behind the cross. Oh, thank you for the download, Lord. Let's not hide behind the cross because the last time I checked, Jesus is no longer on the cross. So he got up so that we could be free, right?
He got up.
So listen, I didn't get on here to preach tonight, but I hope that blessed your soul. I'm flowing. I'm living right now. I'm living in the overflow. I'm living in the overflow.
Hey.
Because as you just shared, Coach Cash, we have been celebrating a whole lot. And before we get into the show rundown, I want to say to you and your amazing Alfred, your husband, happy anniversary. Can we get a hand clap for the
I'm gonna
anniversary?
try. We're gonna see if these things acting right. And they acting right.
We acting right, girl. I'm saying it's your anniversary. And I'm grateful that I did not have to use that cash stash of mine to, hop on the road to help you destroy any type of evidence. I'm grateful for the glow that I see on both of your faces. And I just love how you are living up to the theme of your wedding. Love lives here.
Yeah. Okay.
Love is alive in the Harrell household.
Love lives here. Lord have mercy.
With evidence.
It's been a ride. It has been a ride, and super excited about it. So thank you so much for the anniversary. And I said to somebody, this whole full year has been us unlearning what we came into this way, because both of us, we know a lot. This is what happened when two smarty pants get together, and I know everything and he know everything, and then we got to erase everything that we know to reestablish a firm foundation. And I'm just so grateful to God that I can say we did do that this year one. We definitely worked on building a firm foundation. Listen, I know we got some announcements and stuff, but we got a couple of folks at the door as I look outside.
Yeah, I see them people at the door. They ain't nobody. No joke.
I think these people got keys, and if we don't let them in, they gonna figure a way to get up in here.
They gonna get in here. I know they got glow in the dark nails and all that other stuff. They're gonna get in here in a minute. I see somebody. Was you growling at me, girl? Anyway. Let me go ahead and give you the rundown on tonight's show. Of course, I'm going to give a super fan shout out. We're going to enjoy a music break, spotlight. And tonight, we're basically going to, have a light conversation on what's really going on. But tonight, we are letting the celebration continue to roll. I'm not trying to be rude. So, Karen, I'm going to go on and do the right thing. We're going to let some of the Tribe 2.0 in the building with us tonight. We got Royal Rhonda with us on tonight, and the Trailblazer Beauty winner herself, Miss Marisol
with the award.
The award.
Congratulations, Soleil.
Oh my God, thank you guys. Hey everybody, I love you.
Hey.
What's good,
My
Rhonda?
goodness.
Nothing much. Here, seeing the award, all the bling bling just came up on the screen, and I'm like, whoa. Love it.
I'm still on cloud 9. Thank you.
I love it.
It was very hard for us all, I can imagine, to have to go to these good paying job that the Lord has given us and act regular. I know I had a little bit of difficulty. Am I speaking for all of us?
No, you did.
Yeah, I was like, y'all, applications. Y'all want me to come in here and act like I'm not famous?
With a red carpet, with a paparazzi.
Excuse me. I will sign autographs later.
That was Nikita. That was a Nikita energy. Like the queen has arrived. Open door.
I'm still not used to that, like all the stuff. Oh my God, but it's fabulous. I like living in this space right now.
Yes, it's a great feeling. And I'm glad we were all able to share these moments in time together. Not only were we sharing the energy, sharing the emotion, we were fabulously draped, honey. Shout out to Shelby Lawson of Lawson Mysteries.
Yes.
No, I'll be taking some serious risk with some of the things I ask from people, and everything that happens pops up to me because I'm talking like, Lord, what do I do next? You gave me so much responsibility, and again, following the encouragement I often receive to continue to be bold. So I'm, my faith teaches me to go boldly before the throne of grace. So if I'm going boldly before the throne of grace, I'm gonna go boldly and ask for what I desire. And I'm grateful that many of us, actually all of us on screen, we are all operating in our yes season.
Yes.
Yeah,
Literally.
a whole bunch of yeses.
Yes.
And I
That's
shared
so
it with,
true.
yes, I've shared it with our brother Bliv. There are no L's in sight. No L's in sight.
Exactly.
So again, thank you, Shelby Lawson, and thank you to everyone who was out there, as Jackie put it, out there at the Interstar Trailblazer Awards Gala on fleek. She said, sis, everybody in the building was on.
Every single person. Oh my God. I loved looking at every man, female, everybody looked so sharp,
Good.
beautiful,
Yes,
beautiful. It was like the Oscars for our town, really. That's how
yes,
I felt. That's how I felt.
Us.
I agree.
By us. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
So yes, so before we get into the wrap up of the conversation, I want to go ahead and give a huge super fan shout out. Did we find our switches? Is our switches still intact, sister?
We gonna try. Let me see now, because we come in here and sometimes these mechanics. Okay, here we go. Who we got?
All right. Tonight's super fan shout out goes to Interstar Trailblazer Award nominee. Listen, he know how to get the butts out the seats. I gotta go ahead and shout out the tribe's own DJ Zine. Listen, I just gotta take a pause.
Yes.
I gotta take a pause for the cause of DJ Zine. I could tell you story upon story about calorie upon calorie that this man has helped me burn over the course of the last few months. And shout out also to Shaq Ray, the owner of the R Bar here in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Listen, y'all know I'll be masterminding stuff, and I promise you, I was like, hey, yo, has seen the DJ for it's nominated. Let's get this collab thing going. And I promise you, the brother did share that he was tired. He'd be working. I found out what he does for a living and exactly how early he gets up in the morning. But he said yes. He said yes to us.
Amen.
He said yes to me. This is how I feel. Let me make this personal. DJ,
you better pop your collar. You better pop it.
Exactly.
You ain't know me from a can of paint. All you know is you saw my logo. Some of the folks that you are familiar with, they knew about me, they know of me, but you personally didn't know me. And for you to say yes and show up for the tribe the way you did, there is nothing I could say. There is nothing I could do. There is nothing I could ever put in your hand to express the level of gratitude I have for you. Because the music was powered by you, baby, you got some new fans, and so do we. And as Rhonda has been reporting ever so frequently, those of her friends that she invited to the live podcasting event kept asking, when are we going to do it again? So I was hopeful that you, DJ Zine, would continue to ride with us. Clear, your heart is in the right place. Shout out to your lovely wife, both of you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. It was good vibes, positive vibes only, even though at some point we could no longer hear ourselves on the podcasting end of the call.
But we was rocking out.
So did I just gotta make one correction, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
Because once you get embraced by the tribe, it's no longer an invitation. They got the Bloods, the Crips, and then they got the tribe.
Yeah,
there's no exit to this.
Gang.
So listen. So DJ Zine, Mrs. Zine, y'all are family
tribe now.
Now it's only one way.
Is that
Okay,
the
we ain't got
mystery
no way
fingers?
out. That part.
We're
Until
gonna
you
win,
find
win,
your
win, no matter what.
way.
That's it. So we appreciate, and I gotta say it because I know that you did the setup, right? You did the conversations, and then they get to meet us, and it could be whatever, right? We could come in, and all of us in the tribe are very sensitive when it comes to the energy that people bring into the room and the vibe that people bring into the room. And sometimes, y'all churchy folks, y'all don't think that's a thing, but it's a thing, okay?
It's a
Somebody will
thing.
come and wreck the whole shop with a stank attitude, the barefoot usher that now is just tired. We came in, and not only were we treated well, the hospitality was top notch. And we got to shout these people out, not just because they supported us, but because they did what they did in excellence, right? So
Exactly.
I love it, Keita, because I got to share this with you. I had a friend who was like, and one of our mutual friends, and she's like, "Was y'all you was up here ministering?" And in my first thought, I was like, "No, I wasn't ministering because of the location." But listen,
No, you
You
was.
you
So
were
I just raised
I
ministering.
my
had to correct myself in the moment because the love that we were sharing was to people who may never make it to a church house. Maybe they will because we treated them right and we were good representation of what real church folk do. How about that? Not the
Community.
folks who don't know the love of God and don't know transformation in your life. But honey, we share love, we share prayer, we share ministry. It was something going on in every corner. We shared the gospel music, we shared positive messages. And if the world doesn't need anything else right now, good gracious, we need more of that energy. And so, I second, I third when I hear folks say this was an amazing time. When are y'all doing it again? We
Yes.
doing it again. Each time we do,
Yay!
we want to do it bigger. We want to do it better. We're looking. Our next one, we'll be looking for sponsors as well. So y'all know how we
Exactly.
turn
Yeah.
out. So don't just think like, let me see
Yes.
what we're gonna do. Y'all saw how we get down. When I tell you, we'll talk a little bit more about the entire weekend. But one thing that I know for sure, God's favor is on our lives as a group, right? As a collective,
Yes.
because we had
Yes.
so many people compliment. Yes, we were looking good. Y'all know we fly. Come on now. But they
Holla. Holla.
complimented on the
Holla.
way that we moved as a unit. See, listen, let me explain something to you. You see them heels that Rhonda's showing y'all right now? If y'all see me in them, just immediately call 911, right? Because it's gonna be an entire issue, whether through the arches or I'm just gonna bust my whole face on the floor. But when I tell you the beauty that my sister possesses, and she had no problem putting an entire outfit together. Then, okay, Keita, take the mic because I'm gonna
Yeah.
get
Listen,
all the way in it, and
hold
I'm
on,
gonna
Yes,
go
she's
tell,
ahead and
ready.
take the mic. I'm
I'm gonna
She's
tell
going
the
to
ready.
background
take the
stories.
mic.
I'm gonna tell it all, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
on
yeah,
marathon.
you got to let them tell it all because I got to pass the mic. Because again, someone questioned was there ministry going on because we ain't none but
Yeah.
some church folks out here trying to do what God preordained us to do in the
Mhm.
marketplace. Y'all do realize marketplace ministry is a thing.
Yes.
Remember and never forget, you are a priest wherever you stand. All right. So listen, I want to go ahead and get to talking to you, Marisol, beauty winner, because Coach Cass made reference to the fact that ministry was really going on in that building.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I got to stand by and witness a
Mhm.
moment. Now, this is something
Yes.
that has happened between um, Coach Cash and myself for years as we've served and grown in ministry together. But can you talk to us a little bit about your experience actually at the event space?
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tell you how this thing works because this just if you talk sometimes when you talk to a person that's like a non-believer, they think she's just making up stories. But trust me when I tell you that God is so real, people. He is
Yeah.
so real.
Mhm.
So that day of the podcast, okay, I was at a stop sign. Not to get into the whole detail, but I was at a stop sign and another car that rammed the double lines, rammed into us. Like, okay, so I was so beside myself because I felt it in my spirit that the enemy did not want me to go to this podcast. Now I gotta sit up because this is getting serious. So I felt like the enemy was like, you ain't going to that podcast, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And I was like, oh no, he's not. So normally, well, not normally, but there's been a few instances in my life where I have panicked, and that panic has led me down a road of mistakes. So I said to myself, "Oh, wait, I'm too old for this. I ain't panicking." I came upstairs and I put on my worship music. No lie, I put on my worship music and I started praising. I told my husband, "Don't worry, honey, everything's gonna be all right." I called the insurance company, blah 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 blah. You know how that goes. In an hour and a half, I had a rental and everything, and I was on my way to the podcast. So I got to the podcast, and this is where I get emotional, guys, because I knew that there was something there for me. I knew it. I knew it. That's why you gotta follow that thing, that instinct you feel in your stomach, in your heart, that little whisper, however it is that God speaks to you, follow. So I get in there, and after a little bit of talking, small talk, whatever, Karen comes to me. She's like, you've been in my heart, and I have to talk to you about this, and she just started pouring into me and pouring into me and pouring into me, and I was like, God, I knew that you had something special here for me. And it was things, and I'm gonna tell you what, it was things that I had only discussed with God that she spoke to me about. Because okay, my tribe knows this, that, and the other, right? But there's always little something that you keep to yourself between you and God. Why my sister Karen knew, and God spoke to her spoke through her to me when all that fiasco chaos had happened earlier. And I knew there was a message for me there that encouraged me. And I said, oh, when she was, ministering to me. Oh, and then Nikita put her arm on me. My husband was there, the whole, it was just a moment where everybody was in one accord and you could feel that the Holy Spirit, God, was in the room. And then we was upstairs. So it reminded me of the upper room. I was like, Lord, I couldn't take it. It was literally a joy tsunami. Okay.
I love
And
it.
then it was such an encouragement. It was just an encouragement that I knew that was coming from a good place, without an agenda, with no agenda, just someone that really wanted to talk to me, to pour something into me, give me a message, and I'm gonna put it to use. You can't let any of those instances go to waste. When you feel something in your heart and that person took the time to get you that message, follow the message. Don't sit on it. Follow it. So it was a moment for me, because then after that, you already know the rest, boo. Okay,
Oh yeah,
okay.
turn up.
Turn up.
Now I feel like if I would have like gave in to the whole fiasco thing, that made it to the podcast and not made it, to hear your word, to maybe I would have not felt this way. Maybe I would have been like depressed or this. And God don't want us. God want us to be happy. Even if the world is crazy, do what you can. Do what you can in this world to help the next person. Your brother, your sister, whoever it is that's in your path, in your arm's reach, help. But it's not for us to stay unhappy either.
Yeah.
It's for us to be happy. I think he wants us to be happy. And even if, we minister in a place that other people don't seem conventional, hello, did not Jesus do a lot of things that was not conventional to people? They
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, he's too radical. Well, okay, I'll
I'll
be
be that.
radical. I'll be
I'll be
radical with you.
Exactly.
I'll be
Exactly.
radical.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I
So
appreciate
thank you for that so much.
it.
I love you guys and I appreciate it. I prayed for a group like this for a long time, for God to put people in my life, and not just cute people, because y'all cute, but not, I'm talking about smart, like intelligent. Like I can't, it blows my mind sometimes the advice that you guys give me. I'd be like, oh, she's so freaking smart. I love it. I love being around that. And that's God given. Why?
Yes.
Because I follow the little nuggets. I follow them.
Mm-hmm.
I was never a follower of people because I always kind of like went on my own lane, but I'm a follower to like I don't like to betray myself. Like it
Right.
feels so when if I betray God, I'm betraying myself. It's a whole vicious cycle. Why even bother?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Karen. I love you guys.
I love you. I love you. I promise, one of those things, and thank you, Tilted, for allowing Marisol to share that moment. But I promise, the things that we share, the extra happy days and the days where we like, Lord, I don't know if I see it. I don't know, Lord, what you doing over here? And we need that, right? We need those moments. I shout out Yolanda. We love you.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
for checking in from wherever you are. But we remind each other of the goodness that is in us, right? And so, Rhonda, we gotta pass the baton over to you because she is the one to make sure you eat, make sure we drinking. Listen, I know we about to have a long day. Um, and don't bother me tomorrow because you're not gonna see me after all
I'm
of this.
busy. I'm busy. I'm busy.
Yeah.
And it took us literally like a week to, if I say almost recover, like all of us had
Yes.
that. All right, body was like, if you move another inch right now, like me and the body gonna fight. But I appreciate all that came. But Rhonda, you got a little bit of a testimony too, because from what I saw, there was some journals flying around that you might want to share a little bit about. How did that go on our for our live broadcast? And do we say the official? It wasn't really a book signing, but it was definitely an in-person debut of more to come for that journal release.
Yes. And I want to thank you guys, Nikita, Karen, Marisol. And I still can't believe it because I do a manifestation at the end of every year for the following year. And I put everything that I want to happen in that year is on my vision board because I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to talk about it. And in the last couple of years, I don't think it came to fruition because I don't think I was intentional about it. I wanted it, but I wasn't intentional about it. And to have a group of people behind me go, Nikita, I was telling Nikita, like, I'm thinking of doing this. And she was like, girl, just do it. What are you waiting for? What? So I have that in my head. And it's like action. You have the action. And I formed a business and I was sleeping. And a lot of my thoughts come in my sleep. It's amazing. God talks to you when you're quiet. This is your quiet time because all day you're busy. All day you have notes in your head. You're working. You're doing everything you need to do to finish the day. My thoughts come at night when I'm sleeping. And I literally have a notepad and a pen next to my bed because when I jump up, I write it down. It could be a color, purple. I go back to sleep. It could be one word, love. I write that down. I go back to sleep. And one night I was like, I am a book. And I was like, I have so much to put in a book, but how can I narrow it down? And the journals came to mind. The journals came to mind. And my first journal that I saw was my home. I'm so connected to Barbados. I love the beach. And I had pictures from my trip, and that was my first journal. And I said, there are people outside who are visual. Things that are pretty makes them feel good. And again, like Marcel said, and you guys said, we're all pretty people. And we look at each other for inspiration. So inspiration. That was my first journal. And after that, it was like thoughts kept coming. My daughter keeps showing me stuff, saying, do this, do that. And then all my pictures, the majority of my pictures then became journals. And I figured that if it helped me, it could help somebody else. So writing down, one of the things that I found, that writing things down, like how God wakes me up and tells me, write purple down, write this color down, write something, write something, whatever's in your head, just put it out. It doesn't make sense to me. Purple what? But now I see what the purple was. The purple was this. This was the purple, just a color purple. And it is just amazing. And I think, like Marisol, the day you had the accident, and I'm like, oh my God. And you didn't let that. I was like, why is she not rested? But God was talking to you, because if you had got in your mood and panic, you couldn't hear what he was saying. So your mind has to be at rest in order for you to hear the word. Because if you are everywhere, you don't hear that word. And that's how all my books came about, because he was talking to me and I had to listen. And my last book was The Butterfly, from my friend, passed away from cancer, Pink. We all went out in pink, which was amazing, because I'm like, we are in pink. How is this connecting? Cancer Month. Here we have Nikita, celebrating all these wonderful women that went through a journey and still here to talk about it. Still here to talk about it. And my words: faith, hope, and always love. Have faith in what you do. Hope, have that love, and anything is possible. So leading up to everything, I was like, oh my God, dreams are coming to reality. And that's because of community and worship with you guys. And we are not in the church, but we do it every day in different spots. I really like that we did that live. Yeah, people didn't hear, people heard us for the moment, but after a while, it was just us, like, just communicating and having a good time. I was fangirling for Karen, because the last time I missed the trip when she was here, and I was, oh my God, Karen is here. Oh my God, Karen is here. She's really here. And I'm touching and I'm like, she's here. So it was really, I mean, I don't have like, what do you call it? Idol. I never worship like superstars and stuff like that. I couldn't do that. But here I am fanning out over Karen, Coach Cash. So it was just amazing. Everything happened in a way that everything connected. And to me, that is what a community is. We all connected. And Marisol, you weren't there. We did like a little experiment to show how when each of us, the light each of us, when connected, is brighter. And the next time we gather,
Where was I?
you were home. We were all dressed in Nikita. So that's what I thought everybody, I wanted to show it. So next time we get in a group, I'm going to show you how, when all of us connect, how that light gets brighter. And
how did you do the experiment?
Yes, I'll show it to you, because that's my workshop. I want to show people how when we're together, we're separate. But once we come together, the light that's in each of us, it becomes brighter. And I think that's the stage where we are. Our lights are so bright now. Shine bright like a diamond. Just shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a
Girl,
diamond.
all I need is reason.
And she's from Barbados. You better work.
Cover girl, work. Cover girl, do your thing.
Work, Superman.
Work. And did you see Karen with her jumpsuit and then her belt with all those rhinestones?
Let's talk about Karen.
Let's talk about that outfit.
I asked her.
The actor, I loved everybody's outfit.
Is this gonna be too much? The parking lot, like Superwoman, went in the car, came back out looking different.
Yes, that is
I'm
a
like,
wonderful skill that I am happy and blessed to possess.
Nikita, Jackie. I was like, I'm not changing.
Everybody was like, "Oh my god, I couldn't." It was like I couldn't stop looking at you guys. Just like, what? We did this.
It was beautiful.
Years of practice of needing to hurry up and do stuff, and
Yes.
so I was cracking up because it was like, no, no free shows, nobody I
Ain't
can go
nobody
see
see
nothing.
nothing.
Mm-mm.
What? My dress was delivered about an hour or 2 hours before the show. So I
And
didn't
it
even
was
know. I knew it was like a I knew
gorgeous.
it was like maybe some type of pink, but I didn't know what color pink. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna do my makeup like natural, and just put glitter all over the place because I was feeling really glittery, like sparkle. Don't Shelby pull up with the most glittery dress ever. I
I
was
love
like,
it.
oh my God, that's so me.
She's
And
amazing.
it
She's
was like
amazing.
nobody would know that
Hmm.
you got that dress an hour before you were leaving because it fit you to a T.
Yes.
And
You're
with
really
all the
proud of
walking that you guys been encouraging us to do, and shout
it.
out to my
Yes.
fitness coach Yolanda, because we meet up for walks. I lost like 15 pounds already. So
Nice.
that's why she had to come and fix the dress up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Wow.
you. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
exciting.
Shelby's amazing. Shelby's amazing. Look, how much outfits did she left for me to try on? Like, how much did I
Yeah,
have?
girl, I got y'all stuff downstairs, still in the parlor.
Yeah.
I'm
Shelby.
planning deliveries because I'm like every place in the house is coming back together after our Rockstar weekend.
I
And I'm like,
loved it.
but I just want to leave that stuff there because it's like monumentous for me.
I know. I didn't even want to clean up my makeup
Yeah,
area.
I'm walking through my house,
Oh,
and every time I walk through, the mirror is still in there on the chair.
Seeing it.
The table is there from when Shelby pulled out the sewing machine. I left it because every time I walk through and see it, I
Yeah.
smile. And the
Yeah.
memories are still alive. I see us
Yeah.
like
yes.
15-year-old girls.
It's
Can you help me
amazing.
with this? How does
Yeah.
this look? Can you iron down that? And how
Yes.
everything just fell into place. And you could not have told me when God gave me this vision before I even came through and started Unhinged, because the name alone, when God said call it Unhinged, I'm like, what is you talking about? They're gonna take. But then I just did it, and he started to deal with me first, and I was able to go back through some of my earlier broadcasts because I called myself trying to have my time going live and just having random talks with people on Facebook or whatever. And I remember I was wearing a blue dress and I was talking about why the name Unhinged. That was for me. And I was inviting people to join me on the journey of kicking down some of the doors that I had erected for myself. Nobody had encapsulated me. No one had put me in a box but me, because my mind in certain aspects had been held prisoner. And I limited myself with what I could actually do with with everything that God has gifted me. And I
Yep.
said it, shout out to our girlfriend Onyx down in Virginia. I said it to her when I was talking about, hey girl, and I'm gonna have a Tilted Halo tribe. Who knew that it was gonna be, I was going to be blessed, and Karen was going to be blessed by the people that have been added to the tribe since Unhinged inceptions. I gotta go ahead and shout everybody out. Right now we're speaking with a couple members of Tribe 2.0, but we got OG Tribe as well. Shout out to Natural D, Donnell Lockhart. Shout out to Audrey Dindy Hightower. Shout out our boy AP. Also InnerStar nominated this year for male vocalist, was it? So listen, we got our brother Bliv Mash, Time, always speaking positive you know, and we got our girl Yolanda Lucas, you know, and of course you, Marisol, you, Rhonda. My heart is so full, and my heart is so full just listening to the two of you speak about how you've been blessed by the power of connection. Yes, Karen has often reminded me that I could have did all of this by myself. Yes, I could have. But I don't know. I just find that I am so richly blessed when I'm able to be a blessing to someone else. And I just love the way we continue to grow together. I love the way we continue to go together.
Glow getters, glow getters.
Okay, we out here, y'all. Y'all better recognize, check it out. And there's even more to come. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there because the lovely Royal Rhonda made a request of me that we actually start the Tribe Prayer Group. We are going to be starting that very soon, where we'll just have an appointed time every week where just the tribe initially we'll get together. But God, as you see, has already been dealing with me and showing me the vision for how this thing will grow, because y'all ain't nothing but people that I just had conversations with, and I just heard your heart. You trusted me.
Love you.
You trusted me enough with your heart.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. And then I'm hearing the amazing testimonies that, you know, I'm talking to the two of you, so I can only speak to the two of you. Your testimonies moved me. Now, I know how some of my testimonies and how some of my requests to God have moved heaven. So if you move me like that, I could only imagine what would happen if I threw y'all together. And now, Karen knows, I expressed to her my anxiety. I said, Lord, I don't even know what I'm fixing to do. I done told all these people that we getting ready to do a show, and I had a concern. What's going to happen? Because don't nobody know nobody. These are my friends, and I'm just throwing everybody on the platform praying that it works. And I am so grateful that it did. And listen, I would be just totally out of line if I didn't go ahead and give a huge shout out to your husband, Marisol. Shout out to you, G.
Oh, G. Happy birthday, G.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. He's a gem. He's a gem.
Yeah.
He's the king. That's my king. That's my king.
Yes.
You know,
thank you for sharing him with us, because baby, let me talk to you about how your husband checked me at the after party.
Okay, tell me.
Because he was aware of some things that I'd share with him. I needed him to look out for me.
Yes.
While we were at the R bar. And I was hopping through the after party, chilling, you know, making my rounds. And as you all were leaving, he was like, hey. I was like, hey, what's up? We getting ready to go. He's like, all right, okay, cool. And then he just looked at me and said, you get back with the crowd.
Oh.
Even on his way out. He was looking out for me to make sure that I wasn't out there somewhere where nobody could see me if I needed to.
Nobody could watch you, because he knew that he knew that we were okay upstairs because DJ Zim was up there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when you went downstairs to talk to the people and do the giveaways and stuff like that, he was like, I'm gonna go, you know, where you at.
He was me for real.
Yeah.
Like 4 steps behind me. He was like, you good? He made sure I sat down at one point. He made me sit down because he was watching me. I was running all night.
Yeah, you was all over the place. I was like, woof, girl.
Yay, but that's why I had on joggers and sneakers. I wasn't trying to be cute. I came to work. I appreciated him and what he brought and what he continues to bring to the tribe, you know, because balance out. You know, because
you know, we won. So wherever he goes, I go. Well, usually, you know, we try to do it like that.
Yeah, but just a tremendous blessing. And you know, since we over here shouting out a lot of things that happened over the course of the weekend, and we already done told DJ Zine that he and his wife are now part of the tribe. We got to go ahead and lay claim publicly to Barbie Cologne.
That part.
Go Barbie.
Yeah, congratulations to you, sis, on
Yes.
your win. You look marvelous as always, my love. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, because I was having these small conversations with Barbie leading up to the live as the vision was falling into place. And I'm saying certain things to her, and we talking. And she says, well, don't do that. Do this. I heard you the first time, Barbie. Then we were talking about a DJ, share with her what my need was, and she said, don't do that. Ask Zim. So she was the conduit to me being able to ask Zim. And not only, and Zim is usually her main DJ. So I took the time because a wise servant says thank you.
Wow.
I had to go back. I made sure I went back to thank Barbie for sharing herself with me and for sharing her DJ with me, because y'all know so many people in these creative circles, they tend to gatekeep information as if
Don't
there's
make me
not
clutch my pearls.
girl, I'll do it for you. Okay.
Clutch 'em.
Look,
Clutch 'em.
there's enough room for all of us to be great.
Amen.
Yes.
And it was powerfully impactful that night because so many creatives from the Interstar community in particular showed up that night and gave so much love and gave so much support.
Yes.
And they even dropped a couple dollars at the bar. You know, now let me tell y'all something. Y'all hear the word bar, and I know you go back in the recesses of your mind and you see this dark, dreary place with somebody that's done drank 11 bottles of vodka, leaning over the bar, hiccuping and things, looking crazy. No, honey. No, honey. The R Bar is a very well managed and a very fine establishment. Y'all know I ain't gonna go nowhere where I
The
don't.
food was good too.
Honey, you know I'm over here about to
Yes.
lose my mind if we don't talk about that food, okay?
food.
Who
'Cause
wants
we
to talk
had-
about the food first? Because
I'm going
that
first.
food
I'm
was
going
Karen.
first. I'm going first. I'm going
Karen.
first. Me. So listen. After a full day of traveling, y'all know when y'all get into these dive spots, I'm coming in out of town. So I'm trusting my sister. Everything looked good. Everything that looked good ain't good for you. So I'm like, what's on the menu? And somebody said it was some collard greens, mac and cheese. Now let me tell you something, okay? I don't play about my calories, right? Because Marisol, we doing all this walking and we
doing it.
got this lifetime fine. So if I am expending calories, it best to be good. Now, shout out to Shaq, who is the owner and apparently chef extraordinaire. But he got somebody grandmama hiding in the kitchen. I don't care. Ain't nobody gonna tell me different, okay? Somebody great auntie, I'm not even aunt.
the dangle on the arm.
Wow, she was dangling for days.
I'm telling you, I had me a home cooked meal. Can I say that? Listen, when you travel as much as I travel, you used to, okay, well, when I get there, I'm just going to eat some garbage. And, you know, Rhonda, I'm a detox when I get back home.
Yeah.
But to have a full meal, right? Listen, I had fried fish, I had macaroni and cheese, I had collard greens, and you know what I didn't do? I was not empty. That's what I wasn't. And so we were equipped for a full night of shenanigans. That's not the point. The point is,
God, so
that
good.
food was so good. The service was prompt. It was hot food.
Wait. My booze, you got to interject here. It was hot food. Look, served on a glass
served
plate.
on a real plate.
Yes, real plate.
That's
I
true.
said Sunday dinner on a Thursday night. I promise you, they treat you well. So, you know, we got to shout out the people who support us. I'm an out-of-towner at this point. Lord help me. I'm an out-of-towner. But as I came in, and, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he know them. He done seen them before. You know, they have a rapport. He treated me as the same, right? Whether it's the extension.
All of us.
And then, you know, we'll talk because I went another day just to see. Okay, well, can the vibe repeat itself?
She went back?
Yes, we went back.
We went back. We went back. I didn't eat nothing that night.
Scandalous.
I know. And if my schedule would have been the way I wanted to, I'm still trying to get turkey wings. Okay. I had heard it was
Ah,
turkey wings on that Sunday.
Yeah.
I
And I
cannot with
went,
you.
I went somewhere on this Sunday looking for turkey wings there. Wasn't no turkey. All right. I'm gonna get me. Y'all know I'm gonna have to make my own turkey wings, but I've been trying to be out here in the street, and it's all Shaq's fault. So when you see Shaq, you let him know. Coach Cash never got her turkey wings, and now I'm down here in North
Wow.
Carolina trying to figure out who got the turkey wings. So that's all. I don't know
My
who.
husband had me look up a new recipe on TikTok for collard greens. I pulled it off and I was hanging outside with my mother on the porch and he came out screaming. I thought something happened. He was like, yo, babe, yo, babe. I was like, what happened? He said, they're the best collard greens you may ever.
I love it.
Hey, Shelby, we got our girl Shelby in the comments.
Hi, Shelby.
Look, they
Yes,
got sick
we
of
love
us,
you.
Shelby.
We love her.
We
She's
love
been
you
a
so-
blessing to me. She's been a blessing to me.
And I
Shelby
feel
has
like
been a
we
blessing to
each
all
have
of us.
yes, we
Yeah.
Shelby. So I gotta tell y'all, I got a Shelby story. And I'm all the way down here in North Carolina. Now y'all know I've lived up in the Lehigh Valley area, so yes, I know Shelby. But she has shared her kindness even across the zip codes, right? And when I see something, I'm like, Shelby, what you doing with that over there? You know, you got this going on, you got that going on. And she will literally say, and she send me your address. Let me know how to be a blessing to you. You don't get those people. And I'm not shouting her out to big up her because she don't need none of this. But
Right.
when you have somebody who is real, let me tell you, okay, so Rhonda, I had a fan out moment like you did, okay? And my fan out moment was with Shelby because I was telling everybody, y'all know this is my first Shelby design, right? Y'all know. Listen, I ain't act right. I'm gonna do better next time. I promise this. I'm gonna do better
It's
next
the
time.
leg for me. It's the leg. It's the leg that I saw. Every
I was
time
like,
I
say
saw
right now,
Karen,
what we do?
every time I saw Karen, I saw the leg.
She
love
powered up.
I was like,
She put
I
on her
love it.
royal garments, and Coach Cash was in the
So
building.
the fan out moment for me was when Shelby pulled out her sewing machine, right? You could imagine it, right? You thinking in the background, how does all of this go down? You thinking how do all of the things happen? And then she got the pins and she doing the things, and she's like, okay, Karen, this is what we gonna do, and you gotta do this. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that. You could do it. Oh, okay, I can do it. But she pulled out that sewing machine and stitching up stuff. And listen, it's one thing to know a creative. It is another thing to see a creative work. When I tell you, so for those of you who don't know, like I love the creative process, Rhonda, that she had with you. Shelby had scissors and fabric. And we were like in the 10th grade. Like we really were. It was like, what you think? I see that thing. Oh, yeah, get that out there. Oh, put more, cut up higher, get a little bit more leg. Like we just had an amazing time just experiencing you, Shelby. So
the Shelby,
we appreciate you
the
so
Shelby
much.
experience.
You know what it is? I'm going to say this. I feel that she allows us to feel safe in our feminine energy.
I love it.
It's hard to
Push
find
it.
people that you feel safe with to be yourself as a woman, not as a tough woman. As
Yes.
a woman, so you were fangirly and we was acting silly, but that
Yes.
takes vulnerability and that takes you to feel safe.
It
Yes.
does.
So
didn't have
thank
my
you for
measurements.
making me feel safe.
Exactly. She didn't have my measurements. She had nothing. And I'm like, whatever you want to put me in, that's how I felt. Like I'm just a hanger, just put it on. And if it fits, and we can work it out. And the next day, because in my head, I'm wearing this fabulous dress that Karen was like, oh my God, you're gonna wear that. That looks good.
You're wearing
these would not fit in the dress.
The front love handles. The front love
Yes,
handles.
they didn't fit in the
I was
dress.
gonna call them the traveling boobs, but okay, we're gonna call them the front.
Yes, but Shelby, the next day when I came back, I'm looking to get in the dress. The dress,
and I was like, no, darling, put this on.
She said, put this on. And I was like, what is that? I was like, booty shorts? I was like, I'm not going out in booty shorts. And she was
I
like,
said, they're not booty shorts. You know,
she
you
was like, they're not
grown.
booty shorts. You're Beja. Put it on.
That's
You
right.
look
Okay,
fabulous,
but not big.
girl. You
Come on.
showed everybody, and you gave so many women confidence,
It was
girl.
amazing.
Crazy.
Wow, you
And it
was
was
pure fire,
perfect.
pure fire.
It was perfect. Like this is
Perfect.
one thing when you think about, okay, yeah, an idea, somebody's got an idea, but to be able to bring all of these different ideas together, bring Tata's were out of control. I'm not gonna lie. Shelby, I got other stories. They was running away by the end of okay, never mind. All right, I'm not gonna put my sister on blast.
Karen, but Karen, remember I give you the look. We both had that look. I was like, oh my God, the boobs are. Oh,
They're moving. So I got a warning. And you know, this is my first time fully hanging with Rhonda. And she's like, listen, Karen, this is a thing. They travel. And I was like, what you mean they travel? Honey, by the time we got to about the 5th award, they was on my side of the row. And I'm like, if you don't get back over, okay, listen.
Back over there.
She did not tell a tale. She told the entire truth, and what an honor it was for us. But I promise you, we had an amazing night. And when I tell you that I am still so full, because we have to admit it is rare to find real people, right?
yeah.
To find real, genuine people that want to see you happy, want to see you win, and will pull you out of yourself if that is the necessary task to get you to that point. So I appreciate it. But listen, if there's one person we didn't talk about yet, Keita.
Yeah, we got to listen. Are we talking about nephew?
No, we're not talking about nephew. Not yet. We're gonna talk about nephew. We talking about sister disappearing extraordinaire. Jackie,
Where's Jackie?
I'm gonna need y'all not to come for my little sister right now. Don't do that.
no, because listen, she adopted now, so you ain't got nothing on this. All right, listen,
I can't
y'all.
protect you from this, Jackie. I
No,
love you.
Jackie already know. I done told her to her face. Y'all know one thing, y'all gonna get realness with Coach Cash, okay?
I was sitting there when she chastised the two y'all.
This is a real thing. I'm about the go outside girl code, right? So y'all know I'm looking for where everybody is. Y'all good? We happy? No problem. It's the mother in me. It's the big sister in me. Whatever title you want to put. So my sister Jackie could disappear like sweet potato pie on Thanksgiving morning. I promise you. 1 minute she was there and gone the next, and I'm sitting here like, where's Jackie?
Yeah, that happened to me a few times.
And literally she did apologize later, and
Yeah,
she
she
let me
did.
know. She said usually when I go out, all of my friends is like, who keeping their eyes on Jackie because she gonna disappear. Now when I don't like it when we in big crowds. I know better for the next time, but when I'm with folks, I want to make sure everybody is safe, right? I want to make sure, and she was. So nobody, no harm, no foul. Everybody grown. You ain't got to, stay up under me. But I had this different thought. I ain't yet know her like that. Keita, like, she fine. She ain't fine. I don't see her. Like, and I'm getting her attitude. She like, she in the bed. Where you see her? I don't see her. Somebody give me another set of glasses. Sure enough, she was in the back. So shout out to
She was in the back with me blowing bubbles.
blowing bubbles. So I love it. But when I tell you I was worried. Okay,
It was fine.
I get it.
She was beautiful. You don't know if somebody just snatched her.
But you know what it is there's so much things that are going on in this
Yes.
world that
Yeah.
when you go in a group and one is missing, there is time to be like, whoa, because of all the craziness,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But we were
I
just
love
in the
my
back
sister
blowing bubbles.
Jackie. I love her. She knows. I'm like, just checking, and then I'm texting her. This is the best part, and I promise I'll throw the baton. I'm texting her. Jackie, are you okay? Jackie, did you get lost? Do you need a ticket? You need somebody to come to the door and get you. Why the phone sitting right next to us? So she didn't get none of them texts. She carried her behind right on back to where we was. And then she lifted up the bag and lifted up her phone. And all I could do was shake my head. And she looked at me. She was like, what? Like, girl, I've been texting you for a good 30 minutes now. Mine as well have been texting myself because the phone was sitting right next to me and Rhonda. What am I doing? So I appreciate that, she didn't get upset because sometimes people be like, get out of my business. I'm grown. I can go outside. But she understood, where it was coming from. And I said it. I said, listen, I'm saying this in love. This is our first time. I know better next time. But I just want you to know.
You used to me whipping off. It went in the family, clearly, Karen.
That part. That's true. I should have. And then, of
That's
course.
my sister. What y'all thought? What y'all thought? It was going to be something different?
I don't know. Listen, because this one right here, Tilted, she need a GPS tracker. It ain't even a disappearing. She needs.
What? She was like, Marisol, get over here. I'll be right back. I was like, oh, okay.
She was gone. She was gone too. I had to go fight for her. I was like, where's Nikita? She outside
I was chilling outside with Bliv. All right,
that's a true story. That's a true story. But everybody is like, is everyone accounted for?
Yeah.
I was safe. Okay, I was safe. So listen, thank you all for tuning in to our recap of, the exhilarating experiences we all shared as a collective at the Innistar Trailblazer Awards. I would be remiss if I didn't go ahead and say thank you to our dear sister friend Jacint Headlam for being the conduit to so many creatives being great and getting to smell their flowers while they can, because so many of us are not honored until we 6 feet under. So it was a wonderful night to see everyone celebrated in the way and the fashion. Because baby, like Jackie said, everybody was on fleek. Okay. Paparazzi was on fleek. Okay. Listen. All right. So listen, we want to go ahead and take a quick break because we got to go ahead and shout out the nephew. But I want to go ahead and play a little jizzam, because I know as I was preparing to go get my claws and paws done the morning of the gala, I just posted a song in the tribe group chat to get the mindset flowing. Like, yo, y'all know what it is. So you ready to put on your DJ hat?
I was about to say, I know she ain't trying to take my job.
Oh girl, look,
let me find out.
Don't shoot. Look, hands up, don't shoot. I'm not, listen, I know you all the way in a different zip code and area code right now, but I'm not trying to get sniped, okay? I know you the ops for the Lord, and I'm not finna play with you. All right, so I'm tossing the mic to Coach
All of the things. Listen, when I tell you that our nephew was not only just a whole vibe, we literally had a second round, right? There was an encore. So he performed this song that we gonna play for you live, and then the people, you gotta get the people what they want. Get the people what they want. He came back and did it again. It was so dope. And so we are super excited. And see, here's the deal. The best part about this is that the title of the song is Celebrate. So y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it is while we sit here and celebrate our nephew, Alaji. We love you with Sari. They both came in, were a whole entire vibe, and they gave us what? Something to celebrate, because we had a whole weekend, and honey, we ain't never stopped. That part, what? Can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, all of those things. Here we go right now with Alaji featuring Sari Melody with Celebrate. Here we go.
You know there comes a time when you just gotta let it all go. All the negativity, all the stress, all the worries, all your troubles. You know what? Let's celebrate. Let go. Hello, good morning, sunlight in my eyes. Grinding all week, now it's time to unwind. Ain't no stress, not trying to waste no time. Live your best life like we running out of time. I woke up, I mean, all the way blessed. Leaving all behind, ain't no need to even stress. Stay dripped up, gotta dress to impress. Gotta love me, never anything less.
Now it's time to turn the club up. Rounds of drinks, pour 'em up, get the bag, run it up, yeah, you deserve it.
Raise your glass up in the air. Tell them haters you don't care. We gon' fuck it up this year, cause we deserve it.
Get up, get ready, dance, let's celebrate. Toast to the good life, dance, let's celebrate. Get up, get ready, dance, let's celebrate. Toast to the good life, dance, let's celebrate.
Dream big, dream bold, dream endless. Confidence on tennis so relentless. No cosign, be your own witness. They can't live your life, you gotta live it. Ain't no resting, I come out to play. Go home early, there is no way. So turned up, I'ma have a good day. Carefree, don't care what they say.
Now it's time to turn the club up. Rounds of drinks, pour 'em up, get the bag, run it up, yeah, you deserve it.
Raise your glass up in the air. Tell them haters you don't care. We gon' fuck it up this year, cause we deserve it.
Get up, get ready, dance, let's celebrate. Toast to the good life, dance, let's celebrate. Get up, get ready, dance, let's celebrate. Toast to the good life, dance, let's celebrate.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a bop for sure.
Bob.
Listen, y'all, if y'all, it's an entire bop. You know, I was dancing through the house with my little fluffy slippers on, just excited about the events of the day. So huge shout out and a whole lot of love. We call him nephew because we done claimed him. He know he tried. Elijah Daquan, this year's InnerStar, a male model award winner. Listen, that thing right there was monumentous to him because it meant some of everything. And, you know, to kind of say what he said, he's considered a plus male model. And, you know, I myself have had experience in the plus model industry professionally. And for so very, very long, so many doors were closed to people who weren't walking around looking like stick figures. But thank God the minds and the appreciation of society changed. And y'all, you know, folks can learn to appreciate a more realistic representation of what men and women look like in the day-to-day. So congratulations again to you, Elijah, not only on your InnerStar win, congratulations are absolutely in order for your uber successful event, NEPA Fashion Week, baby. All right, this happened this past weekend, and I had to check in with this young brother just to make sure that he had properly rested and recuperated so he could be coherent when I extended to him my congratulations. All he's been doing. He's been running for 3 weeks straight, y'all, but can't stop, won't stop. You know, we just driving with no brakes during this season. And as I said earlier, ain't no L's in sight for you, Elijah. And, you know, down low, eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard what the Lord has in store for you, Elijah. So continue to dream bold, continue to dream big, and continue to dream endless, because your energy is absolutely infectious. And I don't know anybody who's come in contact with you who cannot say they love you. We love you here at Unhinged Live. And we are grateful that you have embraced us as your favorite aunties and them. Okay. So I look forward to speaking with you again soon and creating with you in the future, because these downloads be happening. I just ain't said nothing yet. Okay. So look, we got a little bit of showtime left in us. I saw something. I gotta talk about something going on in the world, because this is what we do. All right. We're swiftly approaching election day.
Thank the Lord.
Yes, God, because these people out here just doing the wrong thing. And I know I got tried last night by someone that does not recognize that I am absolutely ready. I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. The comment that was made to me, I was able to offer a couple quick rebuttals where the gentleman could do nothing but leave me alone, because I guess he figured out he was not going to win. The spirit of venom is running around, divisiveness, the old shenanigans. We've seen these plays from the playbook before. And I know what I've taken the time to do is research in my local area when I could actually go in and cast my vote early, because I have no intention of being in these streets on election day, since what has been circulating in the underwebs of the interwebs. Should that foolishness actually go down, should a certain political candidate not win that election that day, I'm going to cast my vote early, for my own sanity, safety, and protection, because I have children, I have grandchildren, and God has even greater purpose left inside of me that I believe He is going to allow me to fulfill. So I'm about to go and early vote. Do you all have any ideas on this upcoming election? Have any of you considered early voting?
I was going to do it, but then I said to myself, I'm gonna go in person. I always go in person, and I like the energy, but I don't know about the energy this year. But I normally I like the energy that's there about voting, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. We're getting close, and it is foolishness. Like, Jesus turned over tables. Don't push me.
Because I will knock all this stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Lord, it's
Don't get me started. I'm a soldier in the Lord.
I love it.
oh, I'm sorry.
Lock and loaded.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know. They said that if you wanted to do early voting, though, you could go to your county's government office and do that. So the government office for like Lehigh County is right here in downtown Allentown. There's a government office there.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
Yeah, I know I was able to find where my early location, a voting location, is actually this year, because during the
mhm.
last election, presidential, Linnea and I actually went and casted our votes early as well, but it was actually at the Board of Elections in our county seat. But this
Mm,
year, it's in 3 different locations here in the city where I live, and
mm.
y'all know we got to practice wisdom, because I'm like you, Marisol. I want to go down there and I want to get my sticker the day of so I can put it on
yeah.
my phone just to show that I voted.
Like I voted.
I voted, but I hate to say it, but it is what it is. I live in a very, very, very Republican county, where people have no issue expressing their political views and exactly what they think of you. And I already know that I threaten a particular part of the population by simply being an intelligent African American woman. So, because I want to see my babies grow up, I'm making the personal choice. Because I'm mouthy. Y'all already know Tilta Halo will get you.
What?
So I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and do the right thing as the Lord is leading me. Go ahead and early vote, so I don't have any confrontations.
Yeah, we
Um,
gotta follow listed. We gotta if boils down back to what Karen said, what I said, what Rhonda said, what you say. Follow the nuggets. Follow
yeah,
what's in there. Everybody is gonna have a different direction, but follow it.
right. I'm just queening. I'm just walking in with my heels and going my little curtain stuff, vote and clickety clock back out.
Clickety clock. Don't mess with her.
So
No,
now we I'm learning better how to sort of follow the husband's example. He has already voted.
Ooh.
Yes, he said, "Listen, I'm going Monday morning. We're not doing no Saturday because Saturday, that's a lot of people's
everybody.
schedule, and it's just a little bit overcrowded. So I actually have a polling place at my job." As well as
Hmm.
one that's close by. One of the fun facts for me is that I live in a neighborhood. I feel like the majority of folks is older. So the senior citizens, like, I don't know when they vote, they just never there when I go to vote on the day of. So there is never, when I say never, never, ever, ever a line where I live at, but I do like the opportunity. And each year is one thing. Husband has done early voting for probably, I think he said maybe like the last 4 or 5 elections. And I flip flop. If I get to it, I will. I have done it in the past. I think the last presidential election, my sister and I, we did the early voting on a Saturday. I do not recommend it. People were getting pizzas delivered. That's how long we was on that line together.
What?
Like, we was cousins by the time we got to
Oh my gosh.
I promise you. And the
No.
woman said, "My daughter is here with me. I can't let her starve while I'm in this line 2.5 hours." So I didn't have no feed the babies, please.
And you
The
did it on a Saturday?
on a set. I will never
Oh,
do that again.
That's
I will
nuts.
never. Like,
I
I'm gonna
vote
be late for
Tuesday.
lunch. I'm gonna be late for a meeting, but I'm
That's
not
like
doing
doing
it on
that Black Friday shopping.
it was.
Hmm.
No, thank you. And it was a lot of mixed energy that I don't want to deal with
Hmm.
this go round. So yeah, I'll be
Can you
casting my
imagine? I'm gonna stand out there with my McDonald's sign, mess around.
I love it.
I want
Don't
D and
play
D.
with me.
I
I
love
go
us.
Tuesday. It's not packed. It's not packed on Tuesdays. I leave. Well, we're off on Tuesday. I just go in. Like I get up whatever time I feel like going. But it's never. I never run into like lines or anything like that. I guess it helps to be in a small county. Maybe Nikita, we in a small county. So I don't know. We don't. I don't. I've never went into a line. Only I think in 2016 was the only line. But usually no lines. No
Yo. Yeah,
lines.
yeah, yeah. What was it? 2016. I was the first person to vote at my voting location because I had to be. Just had to get on the highway to get to work. I was still commuting to Paramus at that time.
Got
So
it.
the people showed me grace, and I got to go in there so I can go on and get to work on time that day. And thankfully, I
Got it.
was on time. But yeah, that's just something to consider. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I see that, quite a few people, or at least in my news feed and timeline, I see they've already voted. So the ball is already in motion. So whoever you vote for, make sure you vote your conscience.
Thanks.
I'm not endorsing this one or that one, but if you look at me, I'm sure it's clear to see.
Listen, Linda, listen. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and do your job, and that's about it. That's it.
That's about it. You said that absolutely correct, Miss
About it.
Marisol.
Yeah.
We
And
go.
don't be going destroying your families because I was on the Mental Health Association. They were talking about how to cope with election anxiety. And one of the things they wanted people to know is that you create boundaries. When people start with talking about stuff and you're not, just cut it. Just cut it. Don't get into conversations that
Don't.
you know is going to end up negative because
Yep.
people are not well, and when you trigger them, you end up in a whole situation. So create a boundary, and your self-care is always prioritized. Prioritize your self-care first, boundaries, and leave the situation. Even they have coping skills for families that have kids. to your kids during this election period, because it's going to get heated. And the thing is, you in conversations with adults, you handle the conversation about election with you and your child, father, mother. You sit and you have that conversation, not in a group of people, not with other members, so that anxiety is not there. You're trying to diminish that anxiety. So on how to like talk to people about the pre and post, because the post pre is kind of important. It's the post that's going to be the issue. So just create boundaries, and you don't have to talk about it. You tell people like, you know what? I love you. I see you, and we don't have to talk about this.
That's
You vote for whoever
correct.
you want to vote
There you go.
for. I vote for whoever one, and that's it. We don't need to talk about this. So you create a boundary. Create that boundary.
Yes, and you have a right to command that people respect the boundaries that you put in place. And I like that you brought the pre and the after into the conversation, Rhonda, because there are several things you can do to diminish some of that anxiety beforehand. Like, I've been on a serious, ridiculous digital detox. I don't watch the news anymore, y'all. I stopped watching.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I sent you some political stuff.
You can do that.
I sent you some political stuff. Don't just
the news
delete
in
it.
small doses. I take. You ain't got to delete it, girl. I know how to. But I didn't repeat history. Because those who don't know their own history are absolutely destined to repeat it. Right?
Yes.
So because I know what I did last time, CNN ain't got none of my ratings. I ain't been on MSNBC all day because that was what used to just run, because I like the news. I like being aware of what's going on in the world, because y'all know that's how we get conversations for this platform. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. So I've had to turn off to make sure that I protect my peace, which is top of the list for me and my own personal self-care regimen. I found peace, y'all.
Information.
And I the propaganda machine, I'm not going to let you tarnish my golden soul, because right now I'm absolutely living my life like it is golden. And what is it? Good energy. I don't want no negativity around me. That's the song that we tag on a lot of our posts. That's it.
And if you watch too much news, I feel that it's gonna harm you. It's gonna make you biased to, and I think it won't allow us to even hear the other side.
It's an overload.
Like, even if I don't agree with the other side, it's good to hear the other side, like, without shouting and yelling and carrying on. Let's see how we could come to common ground. But if all that craziness is going on, you can't hear anything.
No, there's an overload of information, and you have to decipher what you want to hear from what you don't want to hear. And again, like you said, turn it off. There's too much information. And I think I was telling my director that I said, at the end of the day, we're creating all this separation between friends and families and neighbors, and the politicians go home to their families.
Yes, they do.
They next day's work as normal. Hello, everybody's greeting, everybody's sending. They're not this anymore. And after it's more, right now we are fighting and having everybody here or there. But at the end of the day, and on with their business. So people have to think in that mindset, like, this is something that I have to do because it's a right, and just do that. Hope for the best and just do it. The fighting and all the negativity, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
So I'm gonna tell you, I'm a fire starter a little bit, because I remind folks, one, there is a matter of, even though we're primarily voting for a president, No matter which president we vote for, if we're not paying attention to the other items on the ballot, we could be right in the same center of madness. So we got to be informed about the votes, So I know it sounds crazy to say it matters less about which one because they
Mhm.
both got something. Okay, let's just put it out there.
Yep.
And one of the challenges with watching news is that it's just about who's paying for that opinion, right? So if I have facts, I can make an educated decision. Most of these news channels are not sharing news with us. They are
Nope.
sharing a paid
Their
sponsor.
opinions.
And so
Yeah.
that's a difference. If tell me somebody's track record and what their actual plan is, what they can
Mhm.
do, and maybe what they haven't done, but at least we can kind of map out and say, okay, here are the objectives, right? On the other
Yeah.
side, both sides are guilty of it, of
Yes.
only highlighting a snippet and a portion, but each
Mhm.
got to be smarter. Dig into it. Y'all got ballots. Did you know that you can go to your county's website not only to confirm that they didn't erase your ballot off the roll, but to
Right.
also ensure that you know who's on your ballot? So you get in there, you could bring it in with you. There are no
Mhm.
rules against you bringing your ballot, and it'll show you who are the judges, who are the commissioners, who are the sheriff's office, all of
Yep.
those things that
Yep.
matter to your neighborhood. Because yes, internationally, the president is the most important and highest ranking position in these United States. But when you talking about Warren County, Wake County, Northampton County, whatever other Alamance County, whatever other county you're coming from, Fairfax. I don't know why all these, but the Lord, okay, never mind. Um, all these counties, you got to figure out what's going on in your backyard, right? Make
Right.
sure you know who you need to be voting for so that one, we could get the president that we want, and we still have our kids being uneducated, and we still got poverty rising and people not having jobs, and our economy being shot
Homeless.
in the local arena because we didn't take the
Mhm.
heed to pay attention. It's so many levels to this. Shout out to my husband. He is the most political man I know. I cannot stand it. It is the one trait about him that I'm just like, Lord, if he lose that, I promise I'll be better. That's all. I just be better. But he reminds me daily, like a lot of times you'll see bills and different things being presented in your counties that are already law. So they just trying to
Yeah.
confuse and muddy the water for things that
Mhm.
are already on the books because they want to change a couple of words. Well,
Yep.
sometimes those couple of words will be at the detriment of you and your family. Be educated, know what's going on in your backyard. If you've already gone to the polls, some of y'all don't even know who y'all voted for. We thank you for exercising your civic duty anyway, but we gonna go the extra mile to try to figure out what in the world we saying yes to. So to those of us who've got those folks, maybe have a conversation with them and let them better inform you. I am better informed. I listen to them this time. Be like,
Yeah,
wait.
there's gonna be a real estate, some type of real estate tax question on the next ballot for Allentown. And
Yeah,
it's confusing because it looks like the yes should be no and the no should be
It should be
yes,
yes.
you know?
Yeah. That's
And
how they
so
do
it
it.
came out on the news that, watch that question that is a real estate question,
Wow.
So
okay.
yeah.
Yep. So timely stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So look, you all are tuned in to Unhinged Live, and tonight's show was our Inner Star recap. Okay. Of course, you just heard we did get it in on a little bit of worldly conversation.
Recap.
Look at that, look, we got gold everywhere, just gold. Look,
Recap.
You didn't
We
look in the
just
goodie bag?
recapping.
You didn't look in the goodie bag?
look,
Oh, did you see what was in the goodie bags?
yes, them
I
mints was
did.
good.
No, did you see what was in the goodie bags when we did the live podcast though?
Yeah, I got some
Ooh, I
jewelry.
did. We listen. I got jewelry.
I'm like, what?
I want some makeup. There was makeup. There was
Some
eye
Yes.
makeup.
I
Yes.
I put makeup in there for our winners. I put
Yes.
a lip scrub. a lip
Thank you.
mask,
Shout out, girl.
and like a
Talk.
little
Shower
vaporizer
balm in
thing.
there that I'm looking forward to using. I read the
And the
instructions.
eyeshadow palette, it was all
All
princess.
princess.
Mhm.
I was on a princess theme and I didn't even realize it.
I love it.
You see how God works?
We were
Yes.
all on the same frequency. We were
Exactly.
Oh
all
my God, I love him. I wish I could give him like a hug, like, "Ugh."
Yes.
Yes, you can. You'll
and
get
shout
it.
out to Yolanda. Again,
Yeah, she's lucky.
she donated a lot. Well, she donated all that jewelry to the giveaways. And shout out to you, Marisol, for your donations. Shout out to you, Rhonda, for your donations, and for everybody who got together and hung out with the Unhinged tribe over the course of the Inner Star weekend. I want to go ahead and shout out to myself because I'm the bomb. Yeah, I said it.
Hello.
I'm bigging me up because after all of that, I went on and got on the stage. Shout out to my brother Clark.
Yes.
Clark Clyburn did some free promo for us, y'all, because after I took my bow, he made sure he let everyone in the room know about the Unhinged Live podcast, and he encouraged folks to follow and support. So thank you again, Clark, for helping me, dust off yet another one of my hats. Y'all already know I am Nikita Hansford, the 2023 Media Trailblazer Award winner. Okay.
You're a blazing trail. That's it. You blaze the trail.
Blaze up.
Because as just Clint spoke it to me over a meal, as she said, "Girl, you do everything. What is it that you don't do?" I'm like, the only thing I'm not trying to do is sleep on any of these creative gifts God gave me. I want to leave here empty. I want to leave here empty. So we are at the end of tonight's broadcast. Thank you again to everybody who's been hanging out with us. You popped in, you popped out. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you so very, very much. And I want to go ahead and say thank you and welcome. Thank you again to all of our replay viewers. Go ahead and tell a friend about the great things that are happening here at Unhinged Live. It's only up from here, y'all.
That's right.
Y'all thought we was extra as the pink gang that pulled up at the Inner Star Award. Listen,
You haven't seen nothing yet.
you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
No.
And I can imagine God is fixing to, and I said fixing to blow every last one of our minds. And I'm not gonna let the show end without letting Coach Cash do what she do, because I be needing a word at all times. Y'all heard me say,
love you guys too.
Love you, G.
Hey, we love you.
Listen, I need a word, Coach Cash, because like I had said earlier in the show, I will knock all of this stuff over if you're not careful with me. So lend me your ear, lend me your ear. We are all about to receive yet another on-time ready word. Oh, yeah, glory, from my very own in-house master life coach, Coach Cash, Karen Sims Harrell of Twisted Threads LLC. Go ahead, Coach Cash. Take it away.
Listen, I just want to remind us, y'all know I come with a title, and my sister already said it's our yes season. It is your yes season. But listen, I want to give you some quick nuggets on what is required as you move into and move through your yes season. It does require an openness in your spirit, because it's not just that you're getting yeses, but you got to say yes to some things. Be mindful of what it is that you are saying yes to, how you are managing your time, how you are setting boundaries for not just yourself, but sometimes you also got to set boundaries for those who are around you. Why? Because I promise you, I had a conversation, and I always say this to my children: it's not a nice thing, but if you hang around dumb people, you may not be as smart as you could be. That's all I got to say on that part. We want to make sure that we are enriching our lives with people who either are bringing positivity or at least are not negating that sometimes there are negative forces and powers that show up in our lives. It doesn't mean that we give them a seat to be comfortable and sit down, right? Everybody that's around us is not going to be a bubble of joy. Sometimes I am not a bubble of joy, okay? But I'm ready to receive the positivity that comes, and then it gets multiplied. Here's the thing: when we are in our yes season, we also have to accept the fact that every nugget that we give will transform itself before we see it impact. Right. So the words that I said to somebody, I may never see it, but they will rejuvenate that and transform that nugget into another piece of positivity that then can go on to the next step, that then can go on to the next phase. When we understand the importance of our connectedness, I promise you, the biggest compliment that we got over the weekend with our Inner Star weekend, that's what we called it, the whole weekend. The whole weekend was our Inner Star weekend, was I love how you all move as a unit. Now, listen, each of us individual, we had individual looks, we had our individual moments, even celebrating Marisol in her individual moment as one of the newest winners this year. We still got the opportunity that we never broke cycle. We never broke unit. That even in that moment that we celebrated our sister for her individual accomplishments, we were a unit. In your yes season, you are going to need a tribe. Maybe your tribe is not going to look like ours. Maybe it's not going to be as big as ours. I understand it may not even be dope as ours, but I promise you, get you a couple of people who will be able to lift up your arms and remind you of the promises that God said yes to you for, and then walk that thing out. Why? Because y'all already know. Rhonda, I forgot my cake. I went all the way to Pennsylvania and I forgot my cake. Rhonda bought me cake because I told y'all I'm always here for the cake. Now I got to go find some cake somewhere. I just remembered just in this moment while I was looking to you that I did not eat my cake. And
I'll eat it for you. I'll eat it for you.
Rhonda bought me cake. This is real love. I need y'all to know. Get y'all some people around y'all who understand that you are important, you matter, and that them loving you actually makes you better. When I tell you I ain't no good down here, because the way that Rhonda and Marisol always fan out when they see me, and Yolanda giving the hugs, and I got jewelry. Then I come back here, and people be like, "Hey, Karen, wait a minute, rewind." Get you some yes people in your yes season and watch you go further. Don't trip, y'all. We all got an opportunity to walk through our yes season with joy, with peace, and with love. But we gotta say some things. We've got to walk some things and then watch them manifest in our life. It's our yes season, y'all. Get a yes in your spirit. Tilt it.
Amen.
And amen again. I heard a little Shekinah glory. Yes.
Right? Amen.
Hey.
Yes. Right? Listen.
Yes. Yes. All right. I can keep going. I ain't gonna.
Yes.
It's your part right there. Go ahead.
This is our season of yes. And as we close tonight's show, hey, Tara, vocals by Jamel Jones. First of all, your name fly. Thank you for tuning in, okay?
Yes.
Your name is real fly.
What about North Carolina? I don't know if you're still in the, yeah. So listen, we're gonna get you over here on the show. She just got a project that she's releasing. So I'm gonna be in your inbox all nicely. I promise. Yes.
Expect to be in your DMs, Tara. We want to talk to you. You're doing great things. Yes, ma'am. So check it out. I got to go ahead and give y'all the Just Be outro. But all I can tell you tonight again is to just be yourself. Be you authentically. Because look at what happens when authenticity connects. And as we often hear it spoken in the streets, Real recognizes real, baby. And when you are in a space, again, we've spoken it so many times on tonight's broadcast. When you're in a space where you feel safe to go ahead and let your afro down, let your curl swing low, when you are in a space of that type of freedom, when you are in a space of that expansive level of love, baby, you have the power to impact and change the world. So listen, I can only tell you this because ask me how I know. I am looking at the evidence on this screen with me tonight. So just be you authentically because, baby, nobody can do it better. It's your girl, Keita Tilted Halo, sitting alongside my good girlfriends, Coach Cash, Karen Simsorel of Twisted Threads LLC. I got Roy Oranda in the building. And 2024 Interstar Beauty Award winner. Y'all, she's just as beautiful inside as she is out. Marisol Cologne. We
Love
are
you guys.
Unhinged, and it's a wrap. Until next week, y'all. Peace.
Ciao.
Bye.